Hello everybody and welcome back to week 3 of the multi-battle conference, and of course I'm not here alone. I am once again joined by Fiona as we take on the Russian assets in what I think is one of the scarier matchups for us, but I'm going to
I
stop
disagree.
rambling and I'm going to let Fiona talk now.
I personally disagree with that. I actually think it was one of the. I don't know. Like personally, matchup wise, I thought we had a good game plan going into it.
I really liked our game plan going into it, but let's not talk about any sort of spoilers here. Let's just keep going and talk about how I'm going to spin in a random circle for about a year and a half right now. Start spin. Gotta just spin, you know? I just gotta spin. But honestly, I think their team of... They had the other Cinderace. So it was basically a battle of Cinderaces. And I'll flash the team onto screen shortly as we're getting into the whole team preview and stuff. I will get the team onto screen at some point for you guys to see. But it's a battle of the Cinderace. They also had a Butterfree and a Gothitelle, so it was one of the things that we had to respect a lot of pieces. But as we do find our battle here versus the Russian assets, as I said earlier. Fiona, what are your thoughts going into this battle?
So the only thing I was really scared of was the Butterfree because they have like a Trick Room team. I wasn't really worried about Cinderace because Cinderace is going to come in later, and it's not going to be a threat because it's not going to be Dynamax. So
Yeah, that's a very good point. And the main concern for me was I was scared of potentially Cinderace speed ties and losing a game off of Cinderace speed tie or winning a game off of Cinderace speed tie. Just, that's not what you like. As you see, I actually almost entered the battle with 2 focus sashes here. It wouldn't have mattered because Raichu is a decoy, but I do decide to go back in and change it before anybody freaks out. Oh, they broke item clause. They broke item clause. I did not break item clause. I went back in and I changed it.
yeah.
The boxer I
I
choose.
think
Sorry, I had to point it out. It's just a boxer I choose.
I personally think this matchup was fine. I think our prep was good. As you can see, we got Scoggles and the Cinderace too.
Yeah, but as you see, we're gonna make Fiona. Fiona, you're player 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fiona player 1 for us, and Dina player 1 on them. Just before we do get into this, if you guys want to watch the battle from their end of the as well, I don't know if they have commentary on it, but I will link their battle down in the description below if you want to watch it from their end as well, or if you just want to stop listening to me talk and you want to watch it in silence, you can go over there if you want. But as we're getting into team preview here, Fiona, I'll let you. What are we thinking right now?
So they have Butterfree Gothitelle on opposite sides, which is what I was expecting. I was honestly not surprised to see that at all.
I was.
And I figured, yeah, they're gonna go their Trick Room mode.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't have an option to at least lead Cinderace and Butterfree. I was a bit shocked by that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they could bluff the Cinder Butterfree or the the Goth Butterfree and kind of have a way to deal with stuff that way, right? So
They have a Togepi to bluff that, so really.
also a fair point. Also a fair point.
Anyway, our game plan here was since we have Intimidate on Litten, I think the best answer to Cinderace is Intimidate.
Yep.
So we wanted to get that, and as well as the fact that Litten gets fake out onto the Butterfree. And it's also faster than Gothitelle, funny enough. So it'll get the fake out before.
Yep. We're guaranteed fake out before, and if they get Trick Room up, we're actually guaranteed a potential parting shot afterwards as well. So it was like a if they get Trick Room up, we can actually pivot out slowly too, which was really good for us, or we thought was going to be really good for us. But Gothitelle Butterfree lead, not overly surprising. And I'm pretty sure you spelled transients wrong, but I could be wrong.
No, that's literally what you gave you the spelling for.
Okay, if that's what I gave you if that's the spelling I gave you, then that's what it is.
Yeah. And then you changed it in the battle, and then I don't know what happened. But anyways, we're using Silvally ground this week. We figured it was probably the ground coverage was pretty good, other than like Butterfree.
Yeah.
So this turn's really straightforward. They do lead Buttergoth as expected,
but so... unable to Dynamax the Butterfree, so I figured it was a free fake out, just so.
Yeah. They do have Gmax Butterfree, so in case they did have the option to, click the random button, the befuddle.
We're not worried about the befuddle right now though, which is good.
So this Butterfree's just gonna get faked out here.
How much damage that did?
Like so much damage.
Why did that do so much damage as we parting shot off of the Gothitelle? I'm very happy it wasn't competitive Goth, by the way.
Oh yeah, we made sure it wasn't because of the fact that it was Intimidate.
No, I know, but I'm saying if we would have led with an Intimidate and they would have had a 3+2, that could have also been pretty rough.
I think we had answers to it.
Well, yes, but like it would have just made it unnecessarily complicated.
I mean, we could switch, which is pretty big.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, the Trick Room gets set up, but they currently have like useless Pokemon on the field to abuse that Trick Room.
Yeah. So at this point, I mean, we'd love to have not killed Butterfree here, or at least had to not target it and just let it sit on the field, but we can't let Butterfree sit on the field and potentially just click Sleep Powder. So we have to target it here, so I believe we targeted Moonblast into the Butterfree, and I think I just parting shot off the Gothitelle, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. The Butterfree. Oh, you hit the Butterfree as well.
Did I hit the Butterfree as well? No, you know what?
Yeah,
I think
did.
we doubled. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. I did go after Butterfree.
Primarina's in a really good spot right now.
Yep.
We kind of like the fact that they got their Trick Room up. We had a plan because I figured that's what they were going to do against us.
Yep. And our Trick Room, I think our Trick Room mode was really solid as well. I think we were very happy with the current position.
I do wish. Oh wait, never mind. It did go into Gastrodon.
It did go into Gastrodon because the Butterfree
doesn't have a chance into this Moonblast.
Yeah.
So
it's not living that. We get the parting shot off onto this Gastrodon, and now I get the free switch as well. So once again, like I said earlier, that late switch from the parting shot under Trick Room, allowing us to just pivot on this side of the field. And of course, I have to bring in Shakira. I'm not bringing in Cinderace in 3 turns left of Trick Room in front of a Gastrodon. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So Serena coming onto field right now. And I believe, what are we seeing? Copper on their end, right? Comes in?
Copper
without trying to spoil things, but I feel like we can talk a little bit ahead. It's not too big of a deal.
Now, I wanted to Dynamax, but the thing is, they have a Gastrodon.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't want the Dynamax.
Yeah. I respect that. Like this play, full in agreement with. Like you can Dynamax, but then you're locked into Starfall. And if the Starfall doesn't kill Gastrodon, which it probably won't because we're AV. So it's probably not killing the Gastrodon. So then we're locked into Moonblast, Starfall again. And the Copperaja on their side of the field has Power Whip, can hit us pretty hard. And at this point, we're thinking Serena's fairly safe. Right now, in prep, we thought about a potential Heat Crash or whatever other fire move that this Copperaja actually could get. But I don't know, for some reason we didn't worry about it here. And I think we just launched a Brassy Glide into Gastro, right?
No, I think we played this turn really poorly. We knocked off. I think we played this turn really poorly on both ends. You should have swapped to Litten.
Yeah.
Either one of these Pokemon going down is really annoying. I just realized now that they could have easily Power Whipped and KO'd Marina, and that would be even worse.
Yeah, we just sat there. No, you know what I think our game plan was there? I think our game plan was make them pick the target, and then we'd get to hit into Gastro, I think was our game plan.
Yeah, but still, going for the Intimidate is the better play anyway.
Definitely did not play that very well, and we eat that Sludge Bomb very well, but
and of course they poison. You know, why wouldn't they?
They always poison. It's like Scald. It always burns. It always poisons. I wasn't really too surprised, but hopefully it doesn't become too big of a problem here, because level 100 poison racks up damage.
So now we're not in the best of spots.
No. I'm forced.
Litten's gonna come back in.
Yeah, I'm forced back into the cat, like 100%. I'm not, like I said, once again, I can't bring Cinderace back into Trick Room. There's literally just zero reason to do that.
Yeah. I still can't get over the fact that we just left Primarina in front of potential Power.
I know. I'm looking this back now, and I'm like, why did we do this?
Terrible.
I know, considering we used Copperaja last year, so we knew exactly what it can do. It's not like we didn't know it gets it, right?
Oh, I knew what it was going to do.
Yeah. Either way.
I mean, it makes sense if they targeted Serena. They were more worried about Serena than
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, even then, you just go for. You just bring in what's it called, Litten, and I think you should be able to eat Power Up and the Sludge Bomb.
Oh yeah. Litten should have been brought in an hour ago. It was never a question of, I don't know why I didn't swap out Serena. That was definitely the bad call. But regardless of that, we're still in a decent spot here. I don't think we're in a horrible spot. My side's starting to get very frail though, which I don't like. But I am safe to fake out the Gastro here because the Dynamax option is the Copperaja side of the field, and I think it's a good time for them to proc it here.
Okay, so Gastrodon switches out here. They go to Gothitelle, which makes sense because they're scared of a potential Energy Ball. I don't want to take an overgrowth, so I'm gonna switch to Corsola.
Yep.
This was probably the position we wanted because we figured they would get in this position, and that's why Corsola is here to eat hits under Trick Room.
Yep. Literally
And
just underspeed everything in Trick Room and take as many hits as you can. Basically, if we can sit there on the field with Corsola, we're not gonna have any problems. Like, they can't break it. Like, if you guys, well, you would have seen their team in team preview there. I would have flashed it on the screen, but they don't have a very reliable way to knock it out. So Corsola is quite content here as I get a nice little fake out into the Gothitelle, still actually doing damage. Like, that damage is surprising considering I'm a Litten.
Yeah, I think Litten's pretty cool. I think Litten's done a really good job this game.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that it's been on the field this long has honestly surprised me.
And I'm looking forward to using it for future weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely good when you need Intimidate and Cycling ability. It's actually surprisingly good for
and
us
the
here.
fact that it was like one of the worst, like
Lowest,
you know,
it was a D tier. It was a D tier. It was we had to pick a D tier.
It was literally the best D tier.
Oh yeah, yeah. Literally one of the best D tiers for sure. And we had to pick it.
It's great to have 5 usable mons.
Yeah.
Or, like every mon was usable.
Yeah.
On the team. So this is as long as we connect this Will-O-Wisp here, we should be in a good spot. Because this Copperage has burned its Dynamax now.
It's also -1 from Intimidate.
Yeah, so it's -1 and it's going to be burned in a minute. Fake out just come out. Obviously they can't take Corsola.
That was a guaranteed. That was obviously a fake out into Litten there, as Fiona just mentioned. And I'm not swapping into Cinderace here to take this Max Quake because Cinderace is more important than the cat. As much as we were praising the cat, Cinderace is more important than the cat.
Yeah, and that was burn -1. It's still KO'd, unfortunately, because Litten is forced to hold the Sash and not the Eviolite. I feel like the Eviolite one would have taken it.
An Eviolite one would have taken it, but like I think Eviolite in this case was way better on the Corsola.
Oh yeah,
100%. way more important.
I'm just saying that in future.
Yeah, we have options for it. We got options, but don't leak all our secrets, Fiona. Don't leak all of our secrets.
No, they're not really a leak. So
we bring in Cinderace here with 1 turn left of Trick Room, I believe. No,
yeah.
the Trick Room. No, Trick Room just ended. Sorry.
Perfectly, we have the max on the Cinderace.
Yep.
Kind of counted these turns out.
Yeah, we had this in the back of our mind. We were like, if they kill Litten, it's fine. We get Trick Room up. If they don't kill Litten, we get a parting shot. We get Cinderace in anyways for the Dynamax. So here
so the play here is easy. You just double the Gothitelle. And we don't want the Trick Room coming back up.
As long as the Trick Room doesn't go back up, we are in a phenomenal position. And yeah.
Yeah, I think right now we're in a good spot.
We're in a very good spot right now.
I was paying attention to the time.
Yeah.
And it did come pretty close to the timer.
We did end up coming close to the timer, and I think most of these games kind of do. Just because it's only 20 minutes, you got 6 Pokemon on either side. The switching is very prominent, like and
also,
especially
4 Pokemon are moving each turn, so...
Yep. 4 Pokemon move each turn. Now we've got Grassy Terrain up as well, so I'm not surprised that time...
So much. And then there's another Dynamax! Like, there's nothing happening here!
Yeah, nothing's happening here. As the, we're gonna get a big bunny here. And we're gonna play...
literally nothing is happening. It's wasted time for the timer.
We're playing roulette now. We are playing literally roulette. I can't speak English.
Anyways, we're in a pretty good spot. They shouldn't predict the max bug. If anything, they'd predict max darkness and maybe go for the max the fairy move into us.
Yep. They're not predicting max bug. There's no way.
That is Sash Gothitelle.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but I mean, Nightshade wouldn't have done much to a G-Max Copperage anyway.
No, I know, but I mean, it would have been nice to get a kill. Because they were actually smart here, and I believe they clicked Psychic before, rather than a Trick Room, right?
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. This is what changed the game.
Yep, that special defense drop right there changes the game.
This literally changed everything.
Yep, turns the tide of the game immensely. As you can see, Cinderace ate that basically for breakfast as a bug type. I think it did like 20 points of damage, maybe 30. 30 at most. So we're in a decent spot right now. Not great after that special defense drop because we do know they have a potential Jolteon in the back. So the question is, will they bring it in and will it blow up Cinderace?
Yeah, so I was basically saying, I think if they have Jolteon, we lose because they just go for Thunder into us.
Yeah.
And KO.
So,
but
we're going to see this grassy terrain and the burn hit this Copperajah, which is good. Getting a little bit of chip damage off onto Copperajah, but the fact that they're -1 and burned is really, really solid for us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
I wonder if Max Airstream was better.
I was thinking that. I thought about that during the thing as well. I'm like, I could Airstream the Jolteon, but at the same time, that's...
No, Airstream into the Gothitelle inside of the bug. Oh.
I don't think it would have killed. Plus, I wasn't sure if the Airstream plus a Nightshade...
Oh, true.
I'm not sure if Airstream plus Nightshade would have killed. And then if it doesn't kill and they get room back up, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But here
Here
I thought to myself, I could Airstream, right? I could Airstream because it's probably going to go for a Max Quake into the Copperajah, and then if I Airstream, I'm faster than the Jolteon the following turn. So I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm going to Max Flare because we should be able to live a Max Quake anyways. Even if we are Fire type, you saw what it did to the Bug type. Like, you changed the... After the conversion, I was pretty comfortable in the fact that we'd probably live, so I went for the Flare instead. And I believe you just Nightshaded.
That's not the case.
Oh, if you knew for the fact that's not the case, then why didn't you tell me? That's my question.
I didn't think they'd go for it, to be honest.
But it's not even a Dynamax Copperajah, it's just a high horsepower Copperajah now. As a Thunderbolt comes out, and the fact that that obliterated me is pretty sad.
It's because of the special defense drop. That's what changed the game. Otherwise,
yeah, I know. And in fact, I'm gonna let you talk while I calc this out right now. It did 30 the first time at most. If I times that by 2, that gets it back to neutral damage, and I times it by 2 again for super effective. It's gonna be doing 100 points of damage to 110 points of damage. So, sitting here at 102, that special defense drop was massive. In fact, it would have been doing less as well, because they were no longer maxed. So, that's probably a high roll to kill us. So, if we don't get that special defense drop, I'm pretty comfortable in the fact that we live that every day of the week. But, oh well, and the problem now is that my side is gone. But the good news is, it's a 3-3 game, and Corsola once again is safe. It's not they're not breaking Corsola here. We're pretty content.
Unfortunately, timer's still a real win condition for them, so I'm gonna have to take a KO.
I don't think it is. We are the healthier team, and Copperajah has no recovery, so it's chipping down very, very low. And at that point, Corsola just strength stops back up and doesn't die.
I guess.
Like,
so Gastrodon can recover, so.
Yeah, but Gastrodon can recover all at once. As long as Corsola doesn't die, we win the game.
So anyway, I just go for Nightshade. I want to take a KO here because once we get the advantage here, then we're fine.
Yeah, you target the Copperajah here every day of the week. You want to get the advantage, no doubt in your mind. You try to kill that thing and then have let Gastrodon sit there and recover. It's not a threat to us.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still looking fine for us.
Yeah.
At this point.
They're not breaking Dead Sea here, and you're actually gonna see Gastrodon go for Fissure, and not only connect, they connected the Fissure. Like they hit the first one. Like, come on.
So they've not only connected, they got a special defense drop, they got the high roll on the Thunderbolt to the high horsepower,
and technically the poison on the Primarina.
The poison on Primarina, which is huge.
If you want to
see it a little bit, it was huge. It literally won them the game.
If you want to be, if you guys want to be particular about anything, they did get everything there. But hey, that's Pokemon sometimes. I'm not gonna.
Everything in
I can be.
I stand by my play here. By the way.
No, I do not stand by this play. I do not stand by this play. I do not.
Because then we just lose if we don't KO the.
No, we don't, because this way we get. They're not gonna recover in front of us. They won't recover.
Yeah, they will.
I don't think they will. But this poison.
Yeah, they will. They will 100% try to play to the.
Do they even have recover?
We're running out of time.
They have Sludge Bomb, Fissure, probably Scald. There's no way they have recover.
No, they probably don't need Scald.
They have Scald. We have a Cinderace that can change to a Flying type. They have Scald. We can change to a Flying type. They have Scald. I guarantee you they have Scald.
But
the poison now puts us in range of dying to another poison, so we can't just simply leave Primarina in here, unfortunately, because they could very well protect, let Primarina die, and then we're in trouble. Although I think maybe if we leave Primarina in, and click Hyper Voice here, if they protect, oh well, Primarina dies, and then Silvally comes in, kills the Copperajah, and then it's a 1v1. I think that's an endgame we could have very well played to.
The thing is, I think it was better for me to just play out, wait the whole turn.
Yeah, I think you also should have waited the whole turn out. We'll play the timer, see if we can get the 2-1 win. Because Copperajah is not Not doing anything here. In fact, what we should have done was just leave this on the field and not kill the cup and not killed it.
True.
Because it wasn't killing transients. And then on
let me lose.
No, but if we if we start taking the full turn, right? Transients lives when Cinderace comes in. Transient. No, we do. Yeah. Okay. No, we do. I think we do lose if we do that. So we do have to kill the Copperajah here, but I think potentially probably would have been better off killing it with Primarina. Although that doesn't. I don't know if that helps us either.
I think that my bad here was if I stalled longer.
Yeah.
We were fine. This was the turn I needed to take the full turn.
Yeah.
Because I think if I did that, we won.
Yeah, and now
then it would have had the warning popping up now.
Yeah, and now Cinderace pops in, and Cinderace kind of wrecks our lives, guys. I'm gonna be honest here, but Transients, one last chance.
Because all these animations are gonna be playing.
Yep. They're actually taking their time as well. I think that poison ends up being massive because it actually ends up putting Primarina at lower health than the Cinderace. Otherwise, we would have won on time.
Yeah.
Which is super unfortunate, but that's the.
Yeah. Now I'm supposed to I am sitting here now, but it's kind of late.
It's a little late for it's a little late to be sitting here, unfortunately. But I think it's all good at this point.
I mean, they can miss a move.
They could miss a move. They could very well miss a move. That is Cinderace's big problem, that they don't actually necessarily have an 100% accurate move.
They have to use a move that's inaccurate in order to kill us.
Yeah. They don't have they don't have like an Iron Head. An Iron Head is not going to kill us. I mean, they could go for a flinch.
And if they go for Flare Blitz,
they're taking
or Iron Head, then they're going to get taken down by the multi-attack.
Exactly. They can't go for that. So they do opt to go for the high jump kick as the Libero changes its type effectiveness.
And guess what, guys? They hit. Wow.
I mean, you can't, if you're complaining about them hitting a 95% accurate move or a 90% accurate move, you're playing the wrong game.
That's not what I'm complaining about. What I'm complaining about is the fact that everything went in their favor, right? Like, something has to go in our favor at some point.
That's Pokemon for you. That's Pokemon for you. I'm not gonna be mad. I think they played well. And the way they explained Fissure was basically they're either gonna click Fissure and laugh about it 3 weeks later, like, hey, we clicked Fissure and we missed. Oh well, haha, pretty funny. Or they could click Fissure and talk about it 6 years from now. Hey, remember when we clicked Fissure and we destroyed your Corsola? So I mean, I think it was a good prep pick. I definitely think it was a good way to prep. They recognized they couldn't kill Corsola, had it on there as a tech for Corsola. So I'm not gonna complain about it. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just complaining about it.
Fiona, if you're complaining about RNG, Pokemon is not the game for you. If you're complaining about RNG, Pokemon is not the game for you. But it is a bit frustrating. Don't get me wrong, it is frustrating. But as the Pyro Ball comes out now into this Silvally here, as we were just killing turns, and of course it connects again. But I expect that to connect 9 times out of 10 because it's supposed to connect 9 times out of 10. Unfortunately, we weren't that 1 time out of 10. So
anyway, if you guys pay attention to this timer here, yeah, we literally win if I stalled that turn.
We also would have won had we not been poisoned.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that because if we weren't poisoned, we could have probably predicted a high jump kick and swapped into Primarina to eat the high jump kick and still had 2 Pokemon. But because we were poisoned, there was nothing Primarina wasn't going to be able to eat an attack, right? So that limited our switch into there. They got the free high jump kick off into Silvally, and now Primarina dropped to this poison, and that will seal the game. So incredibly unfortunate, incredibly unfortunate week 3 for us here, coming off our bye week here. And I would have loved to win this week, dominate the league once again. But unfortunately, they prepped well and got a bit of luck. But I think they prepped definitely well. Definitely prepped well. I'm gonna respect that. And unfortunately, it just didn't go our way. But we'll be back, and we'll be back stronger. I guarantee you guys. I love how Fiona just not even gonna give the outro. She's just like, nah, I'm out. But with that, guys, we're gonna get out of here. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week for week 4.